Good morning. So I'd like to talk a little bit about how leadership and how teacher evaluation, how that kind of goes together, and how good leadership is going to develop and retain good teachers while at the same time, set them up for success instead of failure. So I think one important thing when it comes to leadership is to have a good vision for the school. Now, a vision for a school is going to be specific. It's going to emphasize excellence. It's going to emphasize student achievement, and it's going to be something that teachers will be able to follow so that they know whether they're in line with the school's vision. And I think that's an important thing to set teachers up for success when it comes to vision. Another thing that leaders do to set teachers up for success is that they'll first of all, good leaders are change agents in the sense that they can go into a school, they can go to a school that maybe isn't, all that successful, and they can, be a catalyst at that school and make changes in order for, student achievement to increase at that school. Another thing that good leaders will do is that they'll emphasize relevant professional development. Now, when it comes to professional development, um, it has to be something that is helps the teachers, that helps them with teaching and learning, and that isn't something that is just a waste of the teacher's time. So good leaders will know how to implement sound professional development, and they'll know how to relate it to how this is they'll be able to relate it to how that professional development will be able to help the teachers in the classroom. I think that when it comes to retaining and developing new teachers, is going to be important to incorporate strong research, because good research will always lead the teachers to sound instructional practices. And then when it comes to actually evaluating the teachers, I think it's a good idea to, on one hand you have a school improvement plan, and on the other hand you have the teacher evaluation. And whenever you link teacher evaluation with a school improvement plan, then it'll always be goal oriented. It'll always be specific. It'll always, show the high expectations that we have for a school. I think that's very, very important, and I think also that it's a lot like what we expect from our students. Good teachers will have high expectations, specific expectations, and when it comes to good teacher evaluation, it shouldn't be a mystery as to what is expected from the teachers. Good administrators will have a school improvement plan, and they'll link it up with teacher evaluation, and whenever that happens, then it's something that is specific. It's something that's easy for the teachers to follow, and they know whether they fall in line with that school improvement plan. And when they fall in line with that school improvement plan and the vision for the school, then they'll know that they're being successful. It should never be a mystery. It should always be kind of like what's in the classroom: high expectations, specific expectations laid out in the vision and the school improvement plan. Another thing that is important is that it should always be geared towards teaching and learning. Teacher evaluation should always be geared towards teaching and learning, and what are the strategies, what are ways that can improve instructional practices, what are the specific things that can be done to make sure that a teacher is being evaluated fairly, but also that make sure that they're getting good feedback and good professional development. I think when it comes to teacher evaluation, it's important to make database decisions, and it's also important to create a format for sharing expectations, shared values, and curriculum ideas. So I think effective administrators will always communicate what those expectations are, what the school values are, and also what those specific curriculum ideas are, because they're always going to be able to provide a vehicle for in-depth observation and narratives. So I think those are just some important things to take into account whenever it comes to leadership, and how good leadership will be able to retain and will be able to develop strong teachers so that they'll be able to be successful on their evaluations. Thank you.